So this is where we're at now. I've been softening Jesus's clothing because it looked a little too like harsh. So I've added lighter grays and tried to like soften out some of the harsh lines I had going there. I added the Indian stuff to the pots to make them look Indian because my family's Cherokee and I just wanted to put a little Cherokee touch in there. So the last part we have to do is just fill in the people and a couple more little finishing touches, then we're pretty much done. And I wanted to take this color that I got, this really soft gray that I have on Jesus, and kind of put it around him, kind of draw attention to him in some different spots, wherever I can put it. You want to draw attention to whatever your subject is. So I put some vines in there coming towards Jesus to draw attention back to him because the pots and everything seemed like they were stealing the show. So I thought some vines leading us back towards Jesus would help bring it back to him, because that's obviously the whole point. So I'm putting some of this gray color I got from his clothing around here to try to point people towards Jesus with this gray color. So just kind of pulling people back in the direction of the whole point of our painting, Jesus. So I'm putting some of the gray off his clothing on the tiles here, kind of lightening them a little bit and pulling it back towards him. So the next part we have to do are the people, which is going to be a little bit challenging, but I have faith. So somehow we'll get it done. Okay, so I have a bunch of pictures of the back of people's heads. So I'm just going to work from the pictures that I have of the back of everybody's heads and just try to make it happen from that. A lot of grays, stuff like that. So, this guy could be kind of balding. That would probably be good if he was balding. That'd be realistic, wouldn't it? Kind of have some curl going. And he's going to have a wrap around his head. Which this is all just kind of penciling it all in, roughly putting it in there. So this is where we're at with our painting. I'm filling in the people, just trying to get them done. But most of the rest of it is pretty well done. I've been working on Jesus's cloth garment a little bit today. And so this is where our painting's at now. My house has been pretty loud today, the kids playing and everything, so I haven't been able to record a lot, but this is what I have done so far. The pottery, the people, I've been working on getting those in there. And we're getting very close to being done here. I didn't think it was going to go nearly this fast, but it's gone pretty fast, and so we're getting close to being done. Just got a few more people to fill in and put in the details and everything. But one thing I wanted to mention that I'm doing with this picture is creating lines that point back to Jesus, because obviously I want him to be the main focus and nothing else. So like with the red, I've used the red to link you right back to Jesus by doing the women's red scarves or whatever those things are. Not really hijabs because they're not Muslim, but the scarves, I used red to bring you back to Jesus. I used blue to point you back to Jesus. Using yellow to bring you back to Jesus. So, you know, that's the whole point, is basically linking it back to him. Just like I did with these pots, I put the vines coming down the wall, and then they reach the pots, and then they point you right back to Jesus. So everything in the whole painting is going to just bring you right back to Jesus and point you right back to him. Since that's obviously the central point here, is to take up thy bed and walk. And so I still have to fill in these figs and olives, which are a symbol of Israel, who Jesus was sent to, right here on this mat. And how good I can see, because now I have nothing but an indoor light. We went out real busy shopping and had stuff to do today, so I didn't really get to work on it that much. Maybe an hour, and that's about it. So with all the scarves and stuff, I'm just using them to point you right back to Jesus. This woman holding her baby is going to be looking right back at Jesus. You know, everyone's going to be pointing you right back in that direction. So that's the big thing that you need to learn painting, is to point people back to your central figure in your painting, because other things start to distract. And I'm very big on details. Sometimes that works against me, because I'll put so much detail into something that isn't supposed to have that much detail.